Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Here is a collection of different NDE stories. I hope these stories can give you some inspiration or hope. Let's start today's story.
I am an ordinary middle-aged man with his own family and children. I believe that most middle-aged people, like me, have become less and less fond of sports. After they get off work, they want to lie on the sofa and watch TV. I'm not interested. I'm getting fatter in this life, and I don't usually have a healthy diet. Burgers and fried chicken are my favorites, because these wives are always nagging me. I don't care, and then I suffer from having high blood pressure and need to take antihypertensive drugs all year round. But after one incident, I completely changed my life. One day I was going to go to a family party organized by her sister with my wife. I went into the kitchen to get water, get ready to take my blood pressure medication. I felt dizzy and decided to sit on the couch and take a break. When my wife got dressed and got ready to leave, I tried to stand up, but I got dizzy again. My wife poured me a glass of water, I took my blood pressure medication, took my blood pressure, and I felt worse and worse. My wife asked me several times if I wanted to call an ambulance, but I refused. Because this happened before, my consciousness became more and more blurred. My wife felt that things were a little serious and called an ambulance. I thought I was going to die, so I said to my wife, "I feel like I'm going." From the moment I started feeling bad, until the ambulance came to the house. It took about an hour. I don't understand why it took so long. Looking back on this part, it apparently only took a few minutes. It took the ambulance 20 minutes to get me to the hospital. On the way to the hospital, consciousness went in and out. I remember seeing some cars, bushes, trees, but I couldn't control my body. My head moved as the ambulance moved. At this point, I said to myself, "This is what death feels like," and said I was ready to give up my body. Suddenly I entered a dark space in which no time existed, and after entering the darkness, it quickly turned brown. I don't know how I got out of this space. When I did, I saw that the space I was leaving had a circular edge, and it was surrounded by white clouds, which revolved clockwise around the tunnel. That's when I said to myself, "It's like in a movie." I stared at the tunnel. I wasn't walking, I wasn't flying, I couldn't say I was floating. I can move my position with my mind. I was just starting to move towards the tunnel. A black circular object appeared at the entrance of the tunnel and it started moving towards me. The tunnel got darker. I can feel its power and it's massive. I said to myself, "What is this?" I leaned back, trying to avoid it. This is the only time I feel scared. I wasn't afraid of it, but because I was thinking, what did I do wrong to not get into heaven? I quickly thought of going back to the dark space just to be safe, and I did. In a dark space, I start to pray, but I can also have multiple thoughts at once. It suddenly dawned on me that I was dying, that I still held grudges against those who had wronged me, and those whom I had inadvertently hurt, that I had sinned too much, and at the same time I said to myself, "I won't stay in this darkness." I don't know how long it took, and I went back to my body, and all I remember was people flashing by and talking to my wife or someone else. After regaining consciousness, I thought I might be dreaming. Sometimes I think maybe this is my hell and I didn't bring it up to the doctors because I kept thinking, if I say that, they're going to keep me in the hospital because they're going to think I'm crazy. After a while my body recovered and I didn't want to live like I used to because I never wanted to go back to the dark. I'm sticking to weekly exercise now. Although the change is painful, I try to make myself change. Be more tolerant and try to help those around you in need.